Hello, beautiful people. Here I am, and today I'm reviewing the Paris riots and doing other stuff. Today is an extra stream, so I do it briefly for about 2 hours, I think. So yeah, let's start.
France is finished, as for 2 nights straight their police discovered they're no match for weaponized unemployed behavior, as a horde of so-called soccer fans took over the city and draped another country's flag on the Joan of Arc, then began burning and looting local stores. But it wasn't just stores, but a random woman caught in the middle as well.
When the innocents are suffering from the football celebration, you can just imagine that is the celebration of the team of the fans were are actually celebrating. So if their team would lose, you can imagine the whole scale of the riots, and probably it would be even better. I mean, worse, not bad, better. So yeah, how can they actually celebrate with basically crushing everything? How it works?
Was reluctant to call them savages until they started making this sound.
It's some twisted celebrating.
And this wasn't the only vehicle the mob destroyed, as the rims on this vehicle are different.
Looting car, where the girls are sitting.
Where France has just become a bonus stage at a Street Fighter. This literally looks like the EBT Olympics, where they all get the gold medal in vandalism, as this went well into the next day, but if you haven't seen the other video covering it, make sure you see the first, as it makes day 2 much worse. As today should have been about how Paris Saint-Germain came in for their victory parade, with huge groups of fans eager to greet them, but also pounding on the police vehicles. All just to catch a couple seconds of the players holding the trophy. Now I think pounding on the police cars is stupid in itself, but it was probably the mildest part about this, as PSG fans stood idly by while this guy tries to tear down a stoplight.
Stoplight, yeah. That's a useful thing. That's really useful to tear down the stoplight. What did he say by this action, that he's the really crazy individual?
Masked
Lightly say.
Individuals try to tear down the police barricades.
And the police is outnumbered, and basically the police is not do anything about the riots, because they are not have the even the any weapons. They don't have any weapons, even with the non-lethal weapons, of course. With the rubber balls or anything, they just shooting the water out of the cannon and getting easily outnumbered and outclashed. So what is the point of even police here?
As the fans then jump the gates.
Yeah, they like the Zergs, the swarm.
Then it turned into a full-blown riot before the sun went down, again attacking random cars.
Their rush.
So then their riot police deployed massive amounts of tear gas.
He looks like a rioter which joined the police. W for him.
Charging at the mobs to get them off the streets.
That little police officer is helping. He looks so funny.
With a huge standoff between French riot police and rioters carrying
And the huge mosque is behind. Yeah, of course. I mean, wait. That's a cross there. Maybe that's an Orthodox church, and I'm tripping. So okay, I'm not taking a guess here.
flags, not
And the flag is about the Palestine. Why it is not the original country where the people, these people are from? I don't think they are from Palestine. I think I assume that they are from Morocco or something. So, like, why aren't they showing their origin country but Palestine? Like, what happened here?
from France, or even representing the soccer team.
Yeah, I'm not talking about even the French flag or the flag representative of the soccer team. Just why not any other Arabic country? Aren't they patriots of their own countries?
I think
If the protest is going like this, maybe it should be more about like, yeah, we at least the wares were well in our own Arabic culture, but they united under the Palestine flag, which is weird.
even representing the soccer team. I think that's my biggest issue with the situation, as this keeps being framed as the French erupting in celebrations over a soccer match, when in reality...
Celebration, yeah. I'll repeat myself. That is that celebration. Celebration! I cannot even imagine how can the people even celebrate like this. That's some wild shit.
It's the same political unrest we see in America, with nothing new other than a different excuse. Now, although it did seem like they got things under control.
Under control, finally.
As soon as the sun went down, the streets looked just like the night before.
There are too many. There are really too many. Foreign civilians. In the France, too many refugees, and the replacement of the population, I think, goes due to the French government's plan, I guess, which is sad.
As the hordes in black masks and Gucci hats decide to destroy some bus stops.
Yeah, they even struggling to fight the glass here. So funny. He's holding his back. He's holding his back like, nah, man, that's too much for you. This glass is too tough to handle.
He really came out with his Gucci hat and purse, only to get defeated by a small pane of glass, which goes to show these guys shouldn't be that hard to stop, especially as they dangerously throw the steel barricades off a bridge.
Yeah, and someone could exactly ride through the underground tunnel and get hidden by these bridges, which is really dangerous, obviously.
Eventually blocking the entire street. As this accomplishes nothing but anarchy.
At least it is the Morocco flag. At least it is the Morocco. Thank you.
So the other element of their riot can begin looting stores again.
looting, you know, looting.
leaving behind millions of dollars worth of destruction. This all could have been avoided if right after they started to riot, yesterday, before the sun even went down, they just did mass arrests, announcing multiple year sentences or immediate deportations of non-citizens.
Yeah, that could be a solution.
That sounds incredibly harsh, but it's better than the alternative of 2 dead during PSG win celebrations. Or
Oh,
how they
damn. 2 dead. Maybe actually more. Maybe the government is hiding something. Who knows? Who knows?
phrase the deaths from a PSG Champions League win, as only the Canadians headlined how one cop is now in a coma, and only the Daily Mail clearly reporting that this wasn't a celebration, but a riot. As of
I'm still surprised by how this could be a celebration. Like, in which world this could be a celebration? I would be more understand if their team would be defeated and they started to do all of this. But it is the celebration. Celebration. There should be happy at least, aren't they?
Of course, I blame the idiots out there for rioting, but I also blame the city's leadership for allowing the rioters to destroy the city, as just because the news is ignoring
Yeah, Paris is not the... It's not the safest place in the world, what I can say.
this doesn't mean the citizens can. Why doom scroll on social media all day when you have my concise, light-order commentary on the track?
Yeah, so the riots are happening and the first world is exporting the third world, and eventually that's not leading to anything good. And as I know, only like the Poland and some Eastern European countries, some other Eastern European countries are holding the door, but I don't know how can they hold the door enough from all of this. So we'll see how it will go for the European West. And let's see some other videos which are related to the Western news as well.
Piccadilly Gardens, Manchester, then. Piccadilly Gardens, Manchester, then. Piccadilly Gardens, Manchester, now. Then. Now.
The ill behavior with the ill behavior with it. Very
Yeah, it's quite crowded
ill behavior down there.
with the people of certain ethnicity. I'm actually don't have anything against any ethnicities or any race. I don't care. I care about the only actions. Okay, and I see that some people are doing the actions which are causing harm, so I'm against it. I'm against the actions actually. So, and if the person is doing some wild shit, I don't like it. That's obvious, I think. If all of these people would ever do what they can do in the Western European countries, I don't think they would have had the nice lives in their origin countries if they would be that free to do anything. So yeah, they're just having fun there, and the Western Europe is letting them. Well, that's on them.
Then. Now. Then. Now.
These girls are only 13 and have been sitting in the garden waiting for a bus to come, and I've been approached 20 times already by undesirables. Is that right?
Then. Now.
Oh shit! I've seen what you've been doing with the girls, dude. Do you think scaring girls is a joke?
Then.
I hope he was just scary and not trying to air them or anything even worse. I mean, my imagination goes wild if I'm seeing such cases.
Now. You can't stop progress.
In Manchester, we welcome our diversity.
So is that an immigration tag?
Yeah, it's the wrong excellent.
So Abdul's got an immigration tag.
Although, to be fair, 200 years ago, at the very same location stood Manchester Royal Lunatic Asylum. So maybe not much has changed after all.
Uh-oh, she's got a glass bottle. She's got a glass bottle. She's got a glass bottle. Shit, she's got a glass.
Oh my god. There's so many dangerous people are staring not that kindly. And yeah, it not feels like the safest place in the world.
Glass bottle, mate.
Oh, Manchester, so much to answer for.
A lot of people say multiculturalism doesn't work, but who could argue against Manchester's diverse Crackadilly Gardens drug scene as a thriving example of community cohesion?
The guys are like, don't take pictures. It's my job, bro. It's just my job. Anyway, is that an ankle monitor on this? On the other ankle? Yes, it is. Is that a long distance finger he's giving me? This is what happens when there's no police. In the city, everyone's just here imbibing narcos. Oh, that's not very nice.
Manchester
Yeah.
is so plagued by illegal drug use. You can literally get cocaine and heroin delivered quicker than pizza. Drug
That sounds wild.
deaths surged to their highest since records began, with the synthetic cannabis spice taken by an astonishing 95% of the city's homeless has left the streets of Manchester looking like a scene out of a zombie apocalypse movie. City characterised
Zombifying.
by a proud hyper-diversity,
Oh my
which
God.
strangely isn't reflected in the demographics of Manchester's homeless addicts, all of whom appear to be white.
Yeah, white people are doing shit too, you know. There are bad people in every culture and in society, but if you are bringing the people from the certain societies and blending them with other societies in the large amounts, the blow up can happen. And if you are not integrating the people from the other societies well enough, and if they are not even remotely alike like you, even about the culture, traditions, and everything. In the large amounts, it can cause the big issues.
As Manchester's population surges, thanks in part to a doubling in foreign-born residents since 2001, the malaise of the multiplying masses brings with it a familiar blight. Rubbish. Lots of rubbish.
Now this scruffy bastard has just tipped all his shit down the side of our house. Tip in the garden, Joe.
This is your rubbish. Outside of my garden. Your sour tipped that outside of my garden last night.
People in some areas can bet
At least she's standing for herself here, which I'm appreciating.
barely walk through the alleyways outside their homes due to the sheer amount of trash, with one street in Manchester achieving the unwanted accolade of
Yeah, it looks like a shithole.
Britain's dirtiest, with Manchester County
But if it would be clean, if it would be looking really cozy and nice, but it's all over the trash. sadly.
Outside their homes due to the sheer amount of trash. With one street in Manchester achieving the unwanted accolade of Britain's dirtiest, with Manchester Council issuing the most fly tipping fines out of any in England.
Why have you put that there? Why have you put that there? No, no, it don't matter. Why have you put that there next to my fucking house? I've got you on camera, moving it. I've got photos of it. I've got you coming and dumping it. I'm going to report you to the council for fly tipping. You're a business... No, sorry, me, mate. Would you dump that next to your fucking house?
While a shithole can be defined by a plethora of different benchmarks, its purest definition is surely a place which is a literal dumping ground for everyone's crap. Welcome to Manchester.
Life is a pigsty.
I mean, I definitely think that some streets are good and many others are not looking that good in certain districts where the certain people are living in. But I don't think the whole situation is like this. I very, very much hope. But what am I seeing? I cannot appreciate. I just seen and it's really sad to see that picture of the really fancy buildings, fancy yards are filled with the trash and the drug addicts and so on.
Life is a pigsty. Life is a pigsty. Life is a pigsty.
Oh, rubbish. Yeah, I think nobody cares. Wait. What is the ratio? White is 37%. Asian is 45. You have to define which kind of Asian because there are lots of Asians, different types. So I assume that they are Hindu Pakistani Asians, right? There are majority of the Asians in Britain, I suppose. So yeah, you can see the result.
While Manchester's crime rate has come down a bit in recent years thanks to a massive police crackdown, it's not much to brag about when you have a larger overall per capita crime rate than London. Violence, stalking, harassment and sexual offences all being higher. In Manchester, knife-carrying crimes are 6 times higher than they were just a decade ago. 1 in every 275 people living in Manchester was caught carrying a blade.
Why you got a knife?
So you run down to the safety of the shopping mall, but there's panic in the aisles of the Arndale. Black-clad feral youths running riot.
I wonder tonight.
I've been in just under 6 years now, and I'd say the last 2 years, people are they just don't care anymore. They're using knives. I remember when I was, a teenager, you'd never...
I think if the gun use would be, and the gun policies would be less strict, and the people could actually use the guns more frequently and buy the guns more frequently, the amounts of the crimes would decrease because everybody would know that even the smallest girl, even the person who is at the low bracket of the legal age to carry the gun. Even these categories of people can actually just smoke you. So I think the spreading the weapons and doing the less restrictions of weapons is actually doing good for society.
I don't even hear of anyone carrying a knife, and now it's
For
like
safety.
the normal thing to do. It's mad.
What used to be proud industrial city
Because if you are holding the knife and if you are holding the knife at the little girl, and if you are holding the knife with the gigantic person, gigantic man, I don't think even in this situation the girl would win, because the 6-foot man and the 5-6-foot girl, they cannot compete.
cities are now
And if the 5-6-foot girl had the gun, the situation could be changed.
dystopian theme parks of lawlessness, addiction and cultural fragmentation, where no one feels at home and no one's in charge.
So what is the Our Manchester strategy? Well, it's the future.
What the hell is happening? Looks like the Benny Hill sketch. Some people are running to this guy, and this guy is running towards them afterwards. What the hell is happening in Britain?
By the big wheel generator, a boy is stabbed when his money is grabbed and the air hangs heavy like a gull in
I mean, I really hope that not every district is like this, and I hope there are really great districts, but I don't like these footages at all.
It's the future.
Don't let any of this put you off though, because Manchester's apparently the second friendliest city in the world. Definitely friendly towards the alphabet people.
Manchester home to one of the biggest and best prides in Europe.
If flags represent occupation of territory, the year-round occupation...
I'm surprised why there are no Palestine flag. Why there are no Palestine flag? Are they against the Palestine?
Represent occupation.
You should decide. You should decide. Rather, you are supporting LGBT or you are supporting Palestine. Like, you have to decide which kind of you will choose, kind of thing. You know.
Of territory, the year-round occupation of Manchester is clearly here, there, and everywhere.
Check out the Globo Homo art. Stop the claws. 2 female signs. LGTV 4K plus rights or human rights.
Yeah, human rights, but not for all, I guess.
Smash oppression.
The selective human rights are working right now in Britain.
They all look like spikes.
Smash oppression. against who? Against who? Smash oppression against maybe the people who want the free will. I would support this reduction of oppression, reduction of the oppression of the people who want to have the freedom of speech. I know that in England, even for cyberbullying, you can be set in jail. That's wild. That's really not sounds look for the freedom of speech and all of the other freedoms as well.
For mutants. And then you've got someone with extremely hairy legs. They, them, she, her, ze, them, he, him. What are my pronouns?
Why aren't they in the hijab, huh? Huh? Britain? That is something wrong here.
a history of drag, and everyone's favorite.
Everybody should be in the hijab, right? But Britain actually, I mean, the Western world and the Western, I mean, certain of people who are supporting kind of the debatable practices, they have to, I think, just decide on which side are they. Like, rather they're on the side of the LGBT, or they're on the side of the pro Middle Eastern thing. So they have to decide, I think. And the one movement will get rid of another eventually, and I don't think that would be LGBT movement.
We've got happy days, happy gays, happy theys.
Manchester's so friendly for the gays, there's a special place where they can all safely meet.
It is an offence for any person to engage in public acts of lewd, obscene or sexual behaviour. Anyone found committing any such act should be arrested.
Can I just ask, why would you gentlemen hang out down here when it smells of piss?
Alright. You do know there's a sign down here, don't you?
What the fuck were you guys just doing? With your pants down? Were you guys engaged in a sexual act?
He's a big troll. And they are not turning against him. They just, oh, all right. Well, we caught you. You are right here.
That was fucking disgusting out in public.
Look at this.
He's a Giga Chad, I guess. I mean, not guess. He is. Really? The condom?
Johnny's all over the gaff. And it fucking stinks. He hums.
Be careful if you try to crash the party, though.
Can I just ask, guys, why are you all hanging out down here? What's the story here? Of you? Don't flatter yourself. This is a public path. I'm taking photos of the canals. We all know why you're here.
Why is it I'm what?
We all know why you're here.
Why are you so concerned? Why are you down?
Because fucking families come down here, you fucking pervert.
Yeah.
Why don't you do this at home?
Why are you so bothered?
Because it's a public path and it's illegal. That's why I'm bothered, you fucking weirdo.
They tend to become very unwelcoming in a hurry.
Okay, yeah, he got the consequences of being too loud. If you've been too loud, you're getting suppressed. If you're standing for your rights, you're getting suppressed. But if there are too many people standing for their rights, they're suppressing. So it's one or another. But I'm not seeing too much people like he's.
Started your fucking strikes, guys. Come on, big man. You're like fucking hard. Start fucking threatening me with a fucking knife. Why
He's threatening himself with a knife, really.
Question's a bit offensive, really.
Well,
If you do it on Friday night, you get your head kicked in, love.
And we'll try to get you arrested on hate crimes charges for expressing discomfort at witnessing public fornication.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cottager says he will phone the police. What, are you going to report that I caught you engaged in lewd acts in public? Of course I am. My behaviour is disgusting. I caught two men having sex in public. My behaviour is disgusting. I'm horrified and shocked.
Got the people having sex in public. It sounds like a nice topic of the conversation, I guess. Like, I got the two people in the public having sex, and I'm in the first world right now. So it's so amazing. That's so amazing to see everything like this in the first world countries. Yeah, in the ambassadors of all of the progressive thoughts. They're just too progressive to have it at home, I guess, at least.
I hope
they have to show everything who goes near them. They love each other, and you cannot do much against them. Well, the government is protecting the LGBT community, so I guess the police will not do much here. Only in the private, in the private conversation, in the harsh conversation, you can do anything against such behavior.
The police do speak to you because being shocked by a lewd act in public is perfectly reasonable. Yeah, they were two men having sex in public and I was shocked. Sign here, sir. Can I refer you to this sign? Whoa! Don't try and grab my camera. Don't try. Can I refer you to this sign? It's illegal. You dirty...
He looks like a bald and bankrupt. A little. Like he's bald. Probably not bankrupt.
violent scumbag.
It's disgusting the language we use.
You people should not be having sex in public.
We should not be calling people derogatory comments about gay men in Manchester.
Nothing I said was about homosexuality at all. Nothing.
Disgusting human being. Green t-shirt, he's got paint on his arm, jeans. Yeah.
Tell them.
He's got cameras on him.
Tell them my name's Charlie Veach.
Can you come and get their cameras?
My name is Charlie Veach. Tell the police my name is Charlie Veach.
The public was witnessing so many lewd acts on this canal path. The council and the police tried to gate it off entirely. That was
Do they have the cameras installed in this tunnel if such many cases are happening there? And the people are having the sex even in the tunnel. So are they even? Are the government is even bothered to install the cameras to make the people who are doing the disturbing acts feel at least uncomfortable? Do they do this? Well, what's the picture of the canal? I want to see. Yeah, I'm not seeing any cameras here. No. Oh, wait. I saw one.
Behavior is disgusting. I caught two men having sex in public. My behavior is disgusting. I'm horrified and shocked. Of course I am.
I mean, I saw one camera.
My behavior is disgusting. I caught two men having sex in public. My behavior is disgusting. I'm horrified and shocked. I hope the police do speak to you because being shocked by a lewd act...
Yeah, this camera. So I assume they just don't... Never bothers about the cameras. Okay. Well...
Got cameras on him.
Tell them my name's Charlie Veach.
Can you come and get their cameras?
My name is Charlie Veach. Tell the police my name is Charlie Veach.
The public was witnessing so many lewd acts on this canal path. The council and the police tried to gate it off entirely. That was 10 years ago, but campaigners successfully lobbied to keep it open. And for the alphabet people, it remains a vibrant, special meeting place. You can't stop progress.
Let's have it right. That's filth.
Manchester City Council is making the message #refugees welcome a reality in practical ways. Practical ways like repurposing entire streets as illegal migrant tent city favelas.
So as you can see here, the tourists are out today. There's literally a tram stop just next to me. So the first thing you see as you get off the tram, you're going to see this tent encampment just here.
Are these the Chinese lanterns? They look fancy.
Tram stop just next to me. So the first thing you see as you get off the tram, you're going to see...
Or they're not Chinese. I don't know, actually. I'm not an expert.
This tent encampment just here. There's a few lads just in front of me. I'm going to see if we can chat to them.
I'm not seeing any Chinese here, though. Probably
hey
they're not Chinese.
Hello. Do you want to do interview?
Something shady is happening there, I assume. If he walked towards the cameraman so aggressively.
Record that. Don't record. Don't record.
Shut
Don't
up,
record.
Record.
Turn off
Don't
this camera.
record.
Don't record me.
Don't
Yeah,
record.
this is not public area. This is my face, okay? Yeah, this is not public.
But not public, but the street isn't the public in his mind, I guess. In
area.
his
This is my
explanation.
He did that, right?
Huh?
He did that shit.
Yeah, chill out, bro.
Ah, yeah. I see what is happening.
I'm not recording you, bro.
Don't record. Don't record.
That's the content?
Don't record.
I'm not recording you.
So here we go again with the migrant tents. They just moved them from round the corner.
At least they didn't take over the statue here of the white person. At least they didn't do it yet.
So here.
But Manchester's native homeless don't always get the warmest welcome from their new neighbours.
What, you don't know him? No. That was random.
Local authorities responded to the 2017 Manchester Arena bombing, carried out by a refugee from Libya who wasn't stopped because Showsec security feared they'd be called racist, by committing to a 10-year plan to make Manchester a city of sanctuary for refugees. And the people sang Don't Look Back in anger. As part of a controlled spontaneity gaslighting operation overseen by the UK government.
The silly people sing, don't look back in anger. And the more on the singers sway, don't look back in anger. I can assure you I will look back in anger till the day I die.
Venture a bit further afield to the Manchester sinkholes of Rochdale, Bolton and Oldham, where hope goes to perish. Once proud beacons of the Industrial Revolution, now more synonymous with general decay and grooming gangs. Dying high streets where the only thriving businesses are pawnbrokers and gambling shops.
So they come out, the main drag from the station, greeted by home bargains. Across the road you've got casino, slots, gaming, fruit machines. Then you've got, oh, across there, Paddy Power, some more gaming, fruit machines. How to harvest the last bits of hope and money from the desperate poor, gambling
Daddy
addicted.
Power.
And you say, okay,
Money
okay,
back.
two-
Petty Power. I thought it's like Daddy Power. I wrote it. I read it wrong.
2 betting shops. That's enough. Surely not. No
Betting,
more.
yeah. There's betting shops.
Oh, Ladbrokes. Look at
Not the nicest place.
that. Spend some more money, poor people. Come on, stay a peasant. Spend it all. Hold on. Surely that'll be enough. They're not going to put more. Oh, Betfred. Fantastic. More gambling. Lose it all. Look at that, another one. In case you weren't
Admiral.
satisfied with the Admiral over there.
Oh,
Have
so much competition is competition between the casinos. I see. The people can spend their money for the addiction.
Another cheap-ass, chavvy, peasant level gambling experience. Of course, Betfred. Gambling experience. Oh, I've run out of money. I better go burgle a house. Or the Americans would say burglarize a house. Where do I sell my stolen goods? Oh yeah, cash generator.
Manchester
Cash generator. There are like 5 or more on the street, the gambling houses.
routinely ranks amongst the worst UK cities for mental health and loneliness. And as the people of Manchester become increasingly atomised, where they live inevitably follows suit. The diversity of Manchester's population is interminably increasing. The aesthetic diversity of its architecture definitely isn't. How many archetypal ghastly globo homo?
It looks good from above. but probably not as fancy from the lower perspective.
Glass and steel tower blocks are too many. Apparently there's still room for another, and another, and another.
That looks fine.
These shiny alien megastructures seemingly serving the primary purpose of allowing the wealthy to perch themselves far enough above the squalor for it to no longer be visible. Superficially, they reflect hope and prosperity. Materially, they're thankfully too high in the sky to mirror what's actually happening on the streets. Manchester was my absolute fave back in the day. The gaping chasm between rich and poor is palpable now. Spice zombies roaming Piccadilly, juxtaposed with the plastic-cladded sheen of spinning fields. As in virtually every other major UK city, once close-knit communities have been replaced. Manchester's drizzle-soaked, forgotten people huddle hopelessly in the shadows of the skyscrapers.
All across Manchester lights on the city's snide view, the working classes sing the blues. Got no pub to meet, no mates to hate. It's all gone quiet on our estate. Got no church to pray, no sins to lay, no hope to hang, faces flat and bland. Trauma's like that. Got no care homes, they've all been sold. No support to give to those with wrinkled lips or those whose shoulders swing heavy. All open plan, but no plans for ageing. The library closures closed the books, the hooks that kept the kids like us dreaming. No benches to sit, no time to pass, encased in bulletproof glass. I'm afraid to speak as it's all gone woke and I choke on the words that confuse me.
The towers owned by foreign investors, the flats bought by overseas arrivals. After one such residential tower was built, 94% of the apartments were snapped up by foreigners. Morris's warning was way ahead of its time.
Ah, these ghetto blocks. They still look better than the most blocks in the Eastern European, in some Eastern European countries. In some Eastern European countries, there are really fancy places, and in some Eastern European countries, there are even worse places than this one.
Well, there's nothing at Queen Square now. As you can see, everything has just vanished. It's just like the whole thing has been completely erased.
In more ways than one.
It's just so foreign to me.
The area went from having a 95% white population when that clip was first broadcast to just 39% and falling fast now. Across the whole city, from making up more than 90% of the population in the 80s, white Brits are now a minority in Manchester.
Diversity, I think, is a dreadful word. Pin it to anything and that situation is finished.
As a Mancunian, a recent visit had me leaving in tears. Just walked through Manchester city centre. Homeless people lurching around dead in the eyes. Marauding gangs of Asian teenagers in masks and black tracksuits.
Lurching around dead in the eyes, marauding gangs of Asian teenagers in masks and black tracksuits. Okay, yeah. That sounds like a dystopia.
Some poor woman off her face shitting in a doorway. People bawling and shouting in foreign languages. It's a drug-ridden, poverty-stricken hellhole, a kind of multicultural Mogadishu. Babel, just like every other big city in this broken country.
And I know it's so
Yeah, probably the little cities, the villages are doing better, I hope, in England, but the whole situation about the diversity, inclusivity is going out of hands, and if the people will not do anything, it will get worse, and you are seeing the results of it for the last 3 decades, I guess.
This guy pretends to be a quadruped.
Let's react on this one.
Quadriplegic to get out of going. This guy pretends to be a quadriplegic to get out of going to prison. Now, the guy's name is Alan, and Alan's around 42 years old, living in Wales, and bro is just a total con man, and he really wants to make money by being as shady as possible. And one day in 2008, he pulls off one of the sleaziest cons I've ever heard of. See, his neighbor is this guy, Ivor. And Ivor is 80 and he has dementia, unfortunately, and he needs as much help as he can get. And I guess Alan learns about this and he's like, oh, I'll just scam this guy. He won't remember. And so Alan starts getting close to Ivor, helping him with things. And over time, he low-key starts withdrawing money from Ivor's bank account and putting it into his, also using Ivor's checks to pay himself large amounts of money. And doing this, he's clearing tens of thousands of pounds out of Ivor's account at a time. And if that isn't scummy enough, he goes so far as to forge Ivor's will to make himself the beneficiary. And so, over time, he funnels over 40,000 pounds out of Ivor's account, or about 60,000 US dollars. And of course,
that's a gigantic money. This old man had some bank.
Poor Ivor has dementia, so he has no idea any of this is going on. And even if he did and he told someone,
the poor old man,
they probably wouldn't
getting abused by the scammy criminal.
Believe him anyway. Meanwhile, Alan's spending all this new money on himself. He's like going on vacations and shopping sprees. Here's the thing though. Ivor also has some social workers that help him out sometimes. And one day they're looking at his accounts or whatever, and they're like, hold up a second here. And they notice that a bunch of his funds from his life savings are missing. So someone must be stealing it. And so they call up the local police and they report it. And police start investigating. And it doesn't...
The social workers
and so
done a very good job here by warning the police. So shout out, or how it called, to the social workers.
Missing, so someone must be stealing it. And so police start investigating. And it doesn't take long before they start to zero in on the turd who recently worked his way into Ivor's life. Good old Alan. And Alan becomes a prime suspect. And eventually, in 2011, they have enough evidence, and boom, they arrest him. And so they bring him in and they start questioning him about all this missing money. And Alan, I mean, he's a con man. He's a legendary bullshitter. He immediately tells them some made-up story about how he has an estranged son, and it must have been his estranged son who broke into Ivor's house and stole the money from him. Here's the thing, though. Alan actually does have a son. So police think he's talking about him, and they go and they arrest his poor son. And the son's like, what do you do? I didn't do anything. What's wrong with you? And they investigate him, and they find that his son didn't actually do anything wrong, and so they drop the charges against him. Which means...
Well, fortunately, the police acted professionally here and not started to oppress the guy and trying to confess in the crime he didn't do. Thankfully.
Means they now know
that the police isn't that bad there.
Alan was lying, and this makes him look even more guilty, and he knows he's fucked. And so he starts to panic until he comes up with a crazy idea. He'll just pretend he's paralyzed from the neck down. I mean, there's no way they're gonna prosecute a quadriplegic. And so he has a bail hearing coming up, and Alan decides to show up to this bail hearing in a wheelchair and wearing like a neck brace, pretending that he can't move his body. And there, he tells the court that he was in a crazy accident while he was closing his garage door and he fell down and broke his neck, and now he's paralyzed from the neck down, and that sometimes he has seizures and sometimes he falls into a coma. And because of all that they should grant him bail. And even though he's absolutely full of shit, like he's perfectly fine, I guess the court believes him and they grant him...
And they didn't check anything what came from his mouth. They didn't check his medical history or whatever. That's weird, actually.
Bail, and now he's out free. However, it's not over for him yet, because he still has his main trial coming up. And if he gets
so it was the first trial only. So there are some more ahead.
prosecuted there, he'll go to prison for years. And so Alan just keeps the lie going. He pretends to be paralyzed. And like, police are still investigating him for stealing from Ivor. And they'll like show up to his house to try and talk to him, but he'll pretend that he can't talk to them because he's in a coma. And his wife is there, and she's like in on this whole scheme too. Her name is Helen. And so Helen will like tell the police, he can't talk to you because of his garage door accident. He's in a coma. And I guess the police are just like, and of course, this also becomes Alan's excuse to not have to go to court. And so he misses court date after court date after court date. Like I can't make it, I'm in a coma. And 2 years go by, and Alan and Helen are still pulling this scheme.
Yeah, the scheme is kind of smart. It worked for 2 years. 2 years of fooling the police in court.
And they keep pushing his court date back again and again and again because he knows he's going to get prosecuted and he'll go to prison. Now at this point, they're also doing other things to try and further legitimize their bullshit story. Like Alan will check himself into the local hospital pretending to be a quadriplegic who's all messed up from this alleged...
What is he will actually do something more crazy to make the story real, you know, in Minecraft, of course. He would go even further in lying and eventually maybe broke some... Okay, I'm going too far, I think. In Minecraft, he can enhance his position in Minecraft, of course.
Garage door accident, and he's like pretending to be paralyzed from the neck down to the hospital staff. And of course, the doctors there examine him and they never find anything wrong with him, so I assume they know that he's full of shit and faking it, but these hospital visits actually help him delay his trial even further. Helen even gets the attention of a local newspaper, and she brings a journalist to their house, I guess to try and get press coverage to help legitimize their case. And the journalist gets photos of Alan hooked up to a bunch of machines, pretending to be in a coma. Like, here's a picture of him, here's another picture of him, here's one of him and Helen, here's another one of him and Helen. So bro is laying it on real thick. But as ridiculous as this is, it's working. He's still not in prison because they can't convict him because they can't have his trial because he's always pretending to be paralyzed or in a coma. Until... Now, police, they're not stupid. I mean, they know something's up with Alan. He's a con man. He's totally not paralyzed. And so they start going to that local hospital and questioning the staff. And I don't know what kind of HIPAA-type laws they have in Wales, but the staff immediately rats him out. Apparently, they're telling police that they had seen him sitting up in bed, writing things down, even feeding himself. You know, things that are hard to do when you can't use your hands. Not only that, by this point, police are investigating him hard, and they're looking for like any piece of footage they can find of him, like any camera he's passed by.
Shouldn't he just prove that he's injured to not show to the court? Why doesn't the police investigate about this aspect, actually? Why does the police just not digging into his medical history and all of these things?
They go and get the footage, and they find footage of him doing all sorts of stuff. Like here he is on vacation with Helen.
Yeah, they found it. But it's still quite late.
This looks like them on another vacation. Here he is shopping at Tesco. Here he is shopping at Tesco again. Here he is shopping at Tesco again. Here he is driving his car through a toll road. And notice how he's using his handicap badge to avoid paying the toll. Like he and Helen apparently take a trip to an art gallery. They also go to a wedding. They also take a whole ass...
How it could be even hidden from the police? Okay, I'm taking my words about the British police back, so they're not working as good as I wanted, as I expected them to do. So at first they at least didn't pressure the little guy, but still they didn't investigate further. They didn't do all of these investigation things earlier, so it delayed the court and the justice for the old man even for a longer time.
Last trip to frickin' Legoland. And so police, they see all this and they're like, I knew it! This motherfucker ain't paralyzed! And so, armed with all this evidence, in 2014, the prosecutors get the court to finally call Alan on his bullshit, and they order him to show up for this hearing. And so he shows up to the courthouse, and Helen, wheels him over to the hearing.
Alan Knight arrived in a wheelchair at court today, maintaining his claim that he's unable to walk.
And they have this whole trial, and prosecutors share all these pictures and videos of him walking and driving and acting totally not paralyzed. And so, boom, Alan finally gets convicted. This is
finally.
His mugshot. British prosecutors say Alan Knight stole more than $64,000 from a bank account of an elderly neighbor who suffered from Alzheimer's.
And Helen actually gets convicted too because, she played a part in this scam as well.
Yeah.
I actually don't have a mugshot for her, but here's a picture of her looking sad. And ultimately, Alan gets sentenced to about 5.5 years in prison, while Helen gets 10 months in prison. Hey, just reminding you that my entire...
Yeah, this whole story is quite wild, and yeah, the life is coming up with more wildest ideas than the Pulp Fiction.
YouTubers when they're apologizing. It is the goofiest shit in the world.
When your friends steal your entire personality.
Oh, what the hell?
That's actually really hilarious. They're cosplaying the Moist Critical and acting like him. Yeah, that's really funny prank. What?
Hi, I'm Kev. The porn before the porn.
Yeah, I was surprised by he's changing his voice entirely. Yeah, it was funny.
His girlfriend says if he can make her mad.
I'm gonna watch some shorts now. For some time.
In 3 sentences, she'll give him a gift. His girlfriend says if he can make her mad in 3 sentences, she'll give him a gift.
Wait. Your feet seriously smell like a sewer?
是酸的，你知道吗？
女孩子脚很容易酸的，这有啥的呀？
But
但是我前女友。
Oh gosh, I think she will fall for it.
我的脚就是香的呀。
The word X throws her off a little.
香就香呗，这有啥的呀？你再来，我很不生气。
And the boyfriend doesn't hold back.
我前女友坐月子。
You're more sensitive
这都比
now
你事儿少。
than my ex was after giving birth.
少，你知道吗？
好，我事儿多，她是个好女人是吧？坐月子。
But then
你要不别玩了，我看你脸都红了。
没有，我都没感觉，我根本没生气啊。
She's mad.
the boyfriend starts to
really
panic.
mad.
我前女友说，要是我受委。
I think that will not go right. This whole provoking stuff. If I ever go through something hard, I should come to her.
你看，
这样，真当好人。
Eventually, she gives him the gift.
不是，还是前女友好。
You still like your ex here, don't you?
不也不
你找他去。
不，哎，我不是，不是，不是。
His girlfriend says,
yeah, that was a gift, I guess.
Один из сильнейших героев кино.
Nice.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Fuck you, bitch.
Yo, Tom, I'm gonna give your number right here. Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry.
She's the LGBTQ member, right?
Thank you, bro. Ciao. Thank you, bro. Yo, Tom, I'm gonna.
Люди обычно любят пчел, однако...
Эта девушка думала, что может... Да, сосуд.
I saw this video and I wanted to share with you. Okay. That's the third turn now.
They are feeling all of this. Knowing
Wow.
Knowing everything to actually play, or just the towel isn't that black. Strength face, intelligence faith, intelligence strength. I like the strength face build. Looks cool.
Day one of becoming an assassin.
Nobody's watching above.
Day two of becoming an assassin.
How did he even get there? And what he will do? He will jump up. What?
Day three of becoming an assassin.
Spider-Man, actually.
Day four of becoming
He's too
an
sneaky.
assassin.
How is he gonna stand there? It looks like he's standing on the air, or he's stuck in the textures.
Day
The sister is always scared, or his wife, girlfriend, whatever.
Approach it from behind, never from the side or front. If you have to wrestle an alligator, cover its eyes with a shirt or towel to blind it, making it slower to react. Leap onto the alligator's back, placing your hands on its neck to pin its head down. Approach it from behind, never from the side.
Execution is not that smooth.
Everybody kill number 5!
He's playing. He's playing. His cameraman should work. I really like his cameraman though. His cameraman is doing the great job behind the scenes and operating and being really loyal. I saw the video about him and he gained a huge respect from me to be such a reliable and professional guy.
I'm going to be doing a prank on national TV, and it's on my brother on Britain's Got Talent, and I cannot wait.
You join me on stage. Now it's time for everyone to see your deepest, darkest secrets.
It's a bit intense.
To get in touch with.
Please no. Rhiannon? Yes, you have a crush on a girl called Rhiannon. But she didn't fancy you, and you cried like a baby for days.
How do you know that?
Insects. My final reveal.
Ah, yeah. He's his brother. That's a nice prank. Yeah, well planned.
How much can you see?
It's too long. Show the result. Okay, well, it went aggressive. It looks amazing and amazingly dangerous. This ramp is so huge. He's flying. What? The whole city is jumped on. Actual flying human. They're flying, literally. The last guy actually flew, legitimately gliding through the air like a bird. That must have been undescribable for that dude. Yeah.
Этот человек убедил владельца...
anime in my feed. Yeah, because I'm sometimes watching it.
Сделать пол в своем стиле. И если им не понравится, они не будут платить ни копейки. Получив разрешение, он взялся за дело и начал покрывать весь пол черной эпоксидной смолой, пока он не стал похож на черную дыру. В этот момент владелец подумал, это должно выглядеть красиво. Но подождите, настоящее шоу только начинается. Как только первый слой был готов, он начал разбрызгивать различные оттенки эпоксидной смолы по всему полю. Затем с настоящим художественным мастерством он начал смешивать все это, создавая уникальные узоры с оттенками. И как только все высохло, результат оказался просто потрясающим. Так что вы бы попробовали это у себя дома. Этот...
This style looks really good, actually. But it's not for every building. It's just for some certain urban styles.
Блогерша в шутку записала.
Yeah, it was a wild fight. Costa versus Romero. Romero was a beast back then. Literal mutant, or the person from the lab. The Costa looked here really juicy.
Can you teach me your favorite dance move?
I'm from Japan. 1, 2, 3.
I'm from Serbia. Lay down. Go deep.
Cada Bolivia. 1, 2, 3.
We are from the Basque Country.
Basque.
We are from Poland.
Wow.
New doing this.
My God.
From New Zealand.
I'm Serbian. Right, left, left.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, it looks fun. This one is really choreographic.
Yeah, we dance together like this, and I'm like that.
It's a step from Ivory Coast. Huge.
Ivory Coast?
We are all from Hungary.
Out, point, out, change.
Oh. Oh, that's nice. Duck Wolf. Where is he from? From the LGBT island.
We are all from Hungary.
Out, point, out, change.
Go down. 1, 2.
Okay.
We are Ukrainian dancers. Go down. Yes. Arms, feet in the air.
Foot in front, then behind.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's good.
Hop, hop, down.
I'm from Brazil. Bend one knee, contract inside, extend.
That's twerk. That's literally a twerk.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1.
It looks really chill.
I'm from Brazil. You go like.
It's the same as the
I'm from
Ukrainian
Argentina.
dance.
Sideways. 1, 2.
Argentina. Tango.
I'm from Poland. Fingers like that.
Another Poland.
I'm from Santiago de Cuba. 1, 2, 3. Left, right.
So many dances from Cuba are fire.
We're both Native American. We learn just hoops.
She doesn't look a Native American. She doesn't look like the Native American, but she can practice. It's fun.
One go one way, the other one go the other way. There you go! There you go!
The excitement.
The other one is looking more like a Native American than the previous girl, but that's whatever.
We're gonna do 4 hoops.
I should do 4 too?
Yes. Swing and then go.
Yep.
There yeah, that was really good. Okay,
Guys, we should record now.
Oh my God!
Please, did you record that? Send it to my mother.
Song and dance.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Left, right.
Wait. What is these dances? Are they Hawaiian?
Please, did you record that? Send it to my mother.
One go one way, the other.
No,
We're gonna
this
do
one.
4 hoops. Go.
Oh.
Yep. There. Yeah, that was really good. Okay,
Guys, we should record. Please, did you record that? Send it to my mother.
Song and dance.
Oh.
Tongue? Cannot see. Okay, whatever.
Song and dance.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Left, right.
Tonga. Okay. Tonga.
Can you teach me your favorite dance move?
I'm from
That's for best of happened.
Oh no. Oh, they made her cry.
She wants to sing.
She can have the signature.
It's alright.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Aww, that's so sweet. Makhachev is too strong, actually. But that would be a really cool fight against the Topuria and Makhachev, I think. But the Makhachev is vacated the belt, so the fight will never happen, I think. Sadly, I would love to see these masters of the craft in the cage.
And hard opponent. Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
Alex is good too. He fought very well against the almost everyone. Almost everyone recently. Excluding the I mean he fought really nice against literally everyone, but yeah, he has been outstriked and outworked in the Makhachev and I forgot the name. Just the Georgian Spanish guy.
Short but strong.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. That's a good sportsmanship. A square with 3 lines? Oh, that is not possible. The square should contain 4 lines, otherwise that is not a square. What's the point? I mean, yeah, I get it that it's the task on the thinking out of the box, but still. That is the square. This is a proper square. Okay, what's next? What's next? What was the last? Oh, yeah. She got it. Draw a square with 3 lines. Yeah, she knew how to think out of the box. Okay. Abyss Watchers. Yeah, there's all 3. The Legion gesture. Dark Souls 3 was a good game, but not as good as the Dark Souls 2. The Dark Souls 2 always in my heart.
Еще раз хочу подчеркнуть важную...
Someone says the chickens are not flying, right? Oh my god. That was a chicken? That looked like a human. I didn't recognize the chicken at first. She even holded the stick. God. Hoverboard. Hello from the southern tents. So beautiful. Aww. That's a bad idea to crack your spine like that. I would not try this. All the chiropractic isn't looking good for your spine. Is to just cross your limbs and your just your arms and other stuffs, your back. That is not good for health to cross everything. I has been going to the how it called just the healing physical therapy, like I don't know how it called in English, but it's much better to just have some exercises with some pain reduce, just machines. I don't know how to explain it on English, sorry. Yeah, but that doesn't look safe. The best versus the worst dragon in each Souls game. Demon Souls. The dragon is okay. So the best versus the worst. So I assume that is the best and that is the worst. Yeah, I didn't play Calamity. Ah, yeah, Caping Dragon wasn't good. Sing the Slumbering Dragon. What? Ah, yeah. I do agree with this. The Sing the Slumbering Dragon was a good fight. Then the Ancient Dragon is not. It's just really repetitive, but I like the battle arena and the size of the dragon. It looks really gigantic. And it is gigantic. Mid-year. I actually didn't have this much struggles with the mid-year, but I did have some struggles with an ancient wyvern and the rider especially. Yeah, the ancient wyvern just had a few breathing attacks, but it carried one of the hardest bosses in the series from my perspective, because I've struggled with the Nameless King so much. And much more I struggled with the Nameless King in compared to the Dark Eater mid-year. Yeah, maybe I'm just like that. Placido sucks. Elder Dragon Grail. What is this dragon though? That is an Elden Ring, right? Yeah, that is an Elden Ring, but I didn't play in the DLCs because my PC is too bad. And I didn't force myself to play further. So yeah, I definitely want to play it. But yeah, I can't do it right now.
I've got no.
Oh yeah. What? Hollywood? Okay. Yeah, Bollywood is crazy.
По поводу коммуникации.
Ah, I like this guy.
Okay.
He's doing the astonishing art. I do appreciate his work really much. With only the gentle slides, he's creating the masterpieces. That's an actual art, and not all of this money laundering modern art. He done it really astonishingly. That's a great work with just the palms. Everyone at Lord to fight. Gladius. What? Night Lords? Ah, that is in the new DLC. Night Rain. Oh damn, I want to play it so badly. I want to play it so badly. Yeah, but I cannot right now. What? Oh my gosh. What is this arena?
Майк Тайсон нервно бьет камень.
Парень выкупил у уличного продавца.
That's a crazy stare down. I mean, that's a crazy just corner stay. The Rory and the other warrior left all of their health in this fight. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot the name. He's looking so bad at it. So clean.
Okay, we ready? Yeah.
Meme sound. That's disturbing. I think that would be in my tier list.
Okay, are we ready? Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the laughing door is the G here. How it can sound like this? It sounds like the freaking ghost. Let's watch the Kangaroo versus Misumi fight. I'm gonna remember some scene in the childhood. The fights from the Naruto Chunin exam were really tough. Especially the Rock Lee against Gaara fight. That's an epic fight.
やっと俺の番じゃん。
It's not even close with the by the atmosphere, by the narrative, and by the tone of the whole series to the Boruto. It's just on another level. Boruto is just the shade of the Naruto legacy.
技をかけたら最後速攻で蹴りをつけるなら俺も
それでは第3回戦始めてください
Wait. I think my cam is not installed well. Am I looking better? Ah, yeah. I just didn't realize that I watched myself a little bit differently. So I was alright before even. He's flexible.
ギブアップしない限りどんどん締め上げるぞこのまま首の骨をへし折ることもできるバカ死ぬのはてめえじゃん
Making the kids killing themselves in the exam. This concept is looking too bad for the population of the Konoha.
黙ってやっちまったじゃねえかじゃあ今度は僕の番
The real one appeared. Tricked him.
骨まで砕けばもっとぐにゃぐにゃになれるじゃん
試合続行不能につき勝者
Oh damn. That is brutal. That is really brutal. Damn. Yeah, these were the fights. Gonna watch the Gaara versus Lee fight, what I was talking about before.
早々にあなたとやれるなんて嬉しい限りです。そう慌てないでください。
それでは第9回戦始め。
Nice. So either it was the last one.
この8000部
Gaara looked so mysterious in the first arc. He was a nice antagonist. Nice choreography. I think that is one of the best fights in the anime. One of them.
本人はピクリとも動いていないというのに。
足りないんだ。違う。
That's the climax moment.
よーし、これで楽に動けるぞいや。行け。
What? That looks disturbing. Oh gosh.
それだけか。しかしなんてガードだ。
It was really promising in the first arc. The Lee was one of the strongest tunings or the gainings, whatever. I saw this anime too long ago. Yeah, but he has been downgraded in the Shippuden too badly, and in the last arc as well. That was powerful as hell.
手応えありです。何
do the substitution jutsu during the lotus.
リーさん笑ってる。あんなに追い込まれているのに。
いや、今度はこちらが追い込む。じゃあ芸人のあの子が八門遁甲の体内門を開き、今あの子は八門遁甲のいくつまで門を開ける。5門だ。
It was a nice fight. And it continues.
いずれにしても次で終わりです。僕だけがこんなところで負けるわけにはいかない。第三正門開。
Damn, chills.
さらに第4の門正門開。なんてやつだ。早い。また砂の鎧ですか。しぶといですね。こうなったら第5門開。
God, that's powerful. I'm not remembering this fight. And here the fight will end. Yeah, it was a tough fight. Well, he did well, but the guy was too strong there. Okay, just a few shorts, and I'm done for now. Okay. Didn't really understand. Freedom, British Got Talent? British Got Talent? What is this show? Okay, I don't know. 9, 7.
Giving us the flowers, I sit for hours, telling all the bluebirds.
Yeah, okay. That's it for now. Let's go for more in the next time. In the Saturday from the just from 8 Saturday, Sunday from 8 till 11 PT. Yeah. I didn't. I'm not really remember my schedule because I just started streaming. But yeah, I'm usually streaming from the 8 till 11, like 4 hours. Peace.